I'm going to take you guys through my long layered haircut on extensions. Finally, this is the starting point. We're using 21.5 inch extensions on my beautiful model, Jess. You guys know her, see her all the time, and her haircut went viral over on TikTok. Basically, we're just assessing the length where she wants it to sit. I think it's really important that we get our clients to look underneath the cape so they know where the hair sits on their body rather than just showing them with the cape on. So right now I'm going through and cutting my baseline. This is obviously the longest length that it's going to be sitting at. There's no layering in this part. We're just simply cutting the baseline. And we're going through section by section, bringing the hair from the top right down to the bottom, and then obviously dragging our comb and scissors down to cut a straight line. Don't worry about any harsh lines being visible in the hair to begin with. We are going to go through and soften everything. Some of our clients may like a really blunt base, others might like it a little bit chipped into. Right now I'm seeing where her natural hair sits because we're going in to cut the layers, and I never want to cut into my client's natural hair. That is really important. When they take out their extensions, we don't want them to have more problems in the hair. So I'll never cut like a regular long layered haircut like a traditional one would be, where you are matching up the next layer underneath that very top layer and cutting it like pretty much the same as her natural hair. We're going a bit longer, okay? So that way we really ensure that we're not touching the natural hair at all. Now, see that really harsh line that's there? Don't worry, that's just our guideline. We really need it to be visible for this part here. I'm taking a thin section horizontally out from the head, okay, and placing my hands vertically. You can see I'm bringing the comb out. Now this is where we blend in her natural hair layer into the extensions. So I'm just slicing down. You can see really thin sections, bringing it outwards. That's how you get rid of the lines. This is how we maximize, you know, the chances of not seeing any harsh lines in the hair. So I'm pulling it out section by section, just gliding my scissors over, not cutting too much, just skim the surface. If you cut too much, you'll essentially start hacking into it, and that's when you'll see visible lines. You can see those lines now start to melt away by doing this. I'm going out from the head, dragging my scissors down and repeating this process all around the head, just bringing it out directly to me on a 90-degree angle. Guys, I'm not the best at explaining this haircut because it never got taught to me. This is something that I just do myself and I know works in the salon. So take it for what it is. If you learn from this, great. Let me know if you try it in the comments. But you can see I'm just slicing it down. Really, you can go in and always layer more, but just really focus on skimming rather than hacking. That's the best way that I can explain it. Now on the sides, I'm bringing it up and I'm making sure I'm not cutting into my natural hair, repeating the same thing that I did on the back because this is our guideline for when we bring the hair out and we start skimming that surface. I am going to chip into it, just chip away those ends. You never want to go too short. If you go too short, the chances of them being able to retape the hair, getting it in the same section and the same placement again is really hard. So this is a discussion that you need to have with your clients. You need to make sure that they know that some of the hair might not be able to be reused as a retape, or if they are retaping, it's going to be a lot shorter the next time. Is your client going to be comfortable with that? Most aren't, so please take note and decide where you want your layers to sit. They may need to be longer if your client wants to keep reusing the hair. So I am again just skimming the surface, bringing it outward directly from the scalp and then placing it down. You can see, you can't see those layers. So this means that my client, when she wants to wear her hair straight, she's not going to be worried about seeing hack lines. That's really important. You don't want to do this beautiful long layered haircut that needs a faux blowout or a blowout in order for it to look good. You want something that's going to melt like butter. So when she wears it straight, she has the option. We need versatility. Our clients love versatility. Again, the other side, I am repeating this process by cutting away those ends. As you can see now, again, my guideline. And then we take those vertical sections, bringing the hair out, skimming the surface and connecting the natural hair into the extensions and melting those layers in. This is something that I do on a lot of my clients, but for clients that don't want to lose any length at all and they want to retape to the end of the days, I would say you're better off just layering the front sections rather than going throughout the whole head and layering everywhere. You're still going to get a really nice effect, but obviously the back, you're not going to end up seeing those layers. So have those discussions with your clients. Be really raw and transparent with them. They really appreciate and love honesty. You can see Jess's hair looks great when it's straight, and it's also going to look great great when we do the faux blowout. Now I need to connect in her fringe pieces because she didn't want any tapes applied there. I'm going to connect those with my front bits, and that's simply by taking a very small section, not a really big one, because I don't want to lose too much length at the front of the hair. So I am just skimming the surface there. The more hair you take and start to do this process, the more likely you're going to start hacking at that front bit. Does your client want really heavy layers in the front? Does she want to feel short, like she has short hair at the front? Does she have to bring her hair from the back to the front in order to see her extensions? These are, again, the consultations and the questions that you need to be asking our clients. Do you want to look like you have long hair from the front? If they do, you're going to skim those layers through the front. If they don't mind that their hair looks short at the front and they are happy to bring hair from the back, pull it to the front and make it feel long, then you can take more hair. Okay, so again, I'm going on this other side and I'm just skimming that surface down, just taking a very thin section. So you're going to see the layers, but she's not going to lose the length at the front. Then I'm going to also take her fringe because it needs a little bit of a healthy trim. These are the colors that I use. I use Seamless One for this. I just use Caviar and Ritzy, which is like a lighter, well, I would say more of a mid brown color mixed with a dark brown color because her roots are dark, but I did place all of the light color on top so that it looked like a subtle balayage. So I'm here taking her fringe, just giving it a nice healthy trim on those ends, chipping away at those ends, bringing it back so we don't lose too much length and that it still blends in with the layers that are created through that front section. And yeah, Jess was really happy with this. This is what it looks like straight up. Obviously going to finish with a faux blowout. But when we take it to the back, this is where I finesse. So I can still see a little bit of lines happening. I want to even out that base a little bit. So I'm just gliding my scissors down through the back and then making a softer U shape through the sides, making sure that it all looks good. And then I can see that line on the top. So I'm just going to take that top layer there and I am just going to slightly like point cut into it so that it removes some of the bulk of those ends and melts more like butter into the hair. I don't like to do too much of this because I still want the thickness to be there. It's just enough so that, again, it just melts. See how that just disappeared? We love that. Anyway, guys, this is the end result. After a faux blowout, I'm going to have a faux blowout tutorial coming to you guys soon. Jess was really happy with these results. She didn't lose too much length. It still looks like the 21.5 inch that we applied in her hair. It looks great from the front and then also looks great from the back, as you can see here. You can see all those layers are nice and visible. And yeah, hope you enjoyed.